up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It is your main man, Juggernaut. Multi-platinum production team, Arkatech Beatz. We are here for the live music reviews tonight. If it's your first time here, welcome. If it's your first time here, welcome. If it's your first time here, welcome. Listen, we're doing live music reviews tonight, man. I'm your host, Juggernaut, a multi-platinum production team, Arkatech Beatz. Shout out to my partner, Mike Trauma D. If you're not familiar with us and our work, we are responsible for working with some of the biggest and greatest and best names in hip-hop: Big Pun, Nas, Prodigy, and Mobb Deep. Jadakiss, Raekwon the Chef, Max B, Coke Wave 3.5 out now, French Montana, Freddie Gibbs, Killer Mike, Lloyd Banks, so many others that we are responsible for producing for. You know, we have been in this business for quite some time. Former A&Rs of the notorious Loud Records. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. We are streaming on all platforms. And like I said, we're getting into these live music reviews. We've been doing these music reviews now for maybe a couple of months. And, you know, what we have been doing is we have been able to help a nice slew of artists. We've been helping them folks understand their song structure, understand their writing acumen, understanding how to put these songs together in the right way. You know what I mean? So we're here, you know. So if you're looking to get your music reviewed, if you're looking to get some feedback from people who've been in the game for a long time, who've been working with the top tier artists, holla at your boy. At the same time, what are we here to try to do? We're here really looking for new talent, to be quite frank. New talent in terms of artists, new talent in terms of production, right? Make sure you jump into our school community if you're a producer, school.com/Future Producer Society. There we'll be teaching the music business, all types of resources, courses, free to join, different types of articles, different types of things going down, workflows, kits, tons of videos, you know, where we're teaching this business, you know, as best as we can in a way that, you know, most people can only kind of speak on it, but we can speak on it because we really lived it and experienced it. So, with that being said, like I said, we are doing live music reviews tonight, man. So, if you're looking to jump into us, the link is on the screen, narrow.fan/Arkatech Beatz. Let's go, man. We're trying to get into this thing, man. We're trying to let people know what we're doing and try to get people to kind of hear people's music, try to hear some new music tonight, you know what I mean? I'll be on for a short while, and right after this, we'll be going into a music production tutorial, depending on how long this session lasts. I anticipate it lasting about an hour, but it could be shorter. It all depends on the crowd participation. You know what I mean? If the live is popping, stay a little longer. But if the live ain't popping, we're going to get right to work. Coke Wave 3.5 out now. Cows My Brother Soon. $1 Million Baby 4 on the way. Shout out to Max B. What up? Thank you for joining, man. We've had over 1,000 submissions. You know, we try to listen to these songs, you know what I mean? It's called 1141 in Milan. We'll Just Chill, featuring Grammy-nominated artist King Louis. Okay, I mean, let me hear it. Let me see if this is out or what it sound like. It's in my queue. Hopefully, let's hear it. Let's see what it sound like. Walter, what up?
11:41, I'm chillin' in Milan. The party just begun, and you was on my mind. 11:41, the party just begun. I'm chillin' in Milan. TPIJ, bailare con tu amigas. Yeah, you know I like your attitude. When you mad and shit, you a diva. And I really like your fashion, but your mindset, yeah, I see ya. You looking me up in my eyes now, so it's raps like a tortilla. You know that I'm loving your tattoos and your shampoo when your hair wet. I'm addicted to your fragrance. When you spray it on, I can smell that. I feel like I'm working construction with my boots on, finna nail that. Hair blowing by the seashore. Now you're tugging at my Dior. Time is 11:41. I'm chillin' in Milan. The party just begun, and you was on my mind. 11:41. The party just begun. I'm chillin' in Milan.
It's 3:33 a.m. and she ain't here with me. Goddamn. Send her Uber B, now she finna be wetting up my sheets. Started with a text, ended with some sex. Getting that make out with the poom poom. Get that pussy kiss. Pussy getting that black power. Baby, it's a fist. She beautiful with her clothes on, but when she undressed, getting that melanin in flesh. I'm talking about raw at its best. My baby said 12 o'clock she gotta be gone, but it ain't noon yet.
11:41, I'm chillin' in Milan. The party just begun, and you was on my mind. 11:41, the party just begun. I'm chillin' in Milan.
That's 11:41 in Milan, man, by We'll Just Chill. This is a good tune, right? This tune is mixed really well. I don't know if you guys are listening to it. Vocals are where they need to be. Decent song structure. Starts off with a hook. Got sandwiched in between two verses. You know what I'm saying? It's exactly where it needs to be in terms of song length. For me, I feel it's like slightly too slow. I feel like we could probably bump it up maybe 1 to 2 BPMs to get it a little bit more of a pocket. You know what I'm saying? I think it's right there, you know what I mean, in terms of like where the record needs to be. Sonically, I think it sonically sounds good. I think where his voice is and things like that, I think it's decent. I think it works. I think it's marketable. I think it's ready for consumption, right? And this is really what this whole live is for. This live is to try to get people to understand what it needs to sound like to get us to that level for like really commercial ready. When I say commercial ready, like consumer ready consumption, man. We want to get it commercially viable. We want to get it ready for that. You know what I mean? 804, man. Thank you for your gift. You know, so like I look at it like this, and so when I have these live streams, and again I can't speak for other creators that are doing these live streams, right? And really just so that guys understand where I'm coming from with this, is that I've had the pleasure of being in the room with some of the best that's ever done it, right? We're talking about Prodigy of Mobb Deep. We're talking about Big Pun. We're talking about Nas. We're talking about Raekwon of Wu-Tang. You know, we're talking about having records with artists like Jadakiss, Freddie Gibbs, Killer Mike, Lloyd Banks. You know, so when we're talking about these kind of artists, you have to understand the kind of caliber of music you have to kind of produce to get there. And you have to kind of have an understanding of what it's going to take to get you into these rooms, for your music to be selected, for people to even want to listen to your music. You know what I'm saying? So the whole point of this thing is this, is for us to listen to songs, and for people who are submitting, you know, you get that feedback. For people who are watching, you kind of get the feedback as well, so you know what to fold into your music, right? So you know what to do in terms of when it's time for you to get back in the lab. You kind of understand, okay, I spoke to homie and we need to do what we do. Says, do I need a mixer? Depends. You know what I'm saying? Like, it depends. You know, I tell people to kind of see if you can learn it to save money. But if it's not your thing, then yeah, you got to pay for somebody to do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I got a young bull on my team. You know what I'm saying? That you know, he grew up under us, and he's doing his thing now. So you know what I'm saying? He's been mixing, working stuff like with Lil Baby and stuff like that. You know, and you know, some people got to do it to save money, but at the same time, you know, can you do it good enough that, you know, it gets passed? You know, don't get me wrong now. Like, you know, music has these varying degrees where, you know, some things get mixed, some things don't get mixed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be totally honest with you. If you're thinking about, you know, we did a really big record for Max B. You might know that. Why you do that? And that record never really got mixed. That's a 2-track that Max jumped on and it went out. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know, sometimes you need it to be mixed. It depends on how the record comes out. You know what I'm saying? If the record comes out like it's supposed to come out, sometimes you can get away with it. I don't recommend it, right? You know, I think it should always be mixed, you know. But, you know, I feel like when you say, what does the mixer do? It's supposed to get it so that your music can marry properly with your vocals can marry properly with the music, right? So that we can hear you, so that we can hear the music, so we can basically have those spaces, you know, that live between the music and the beat. You know what I'm saying? So the mixer is to help make everything cohesive. You know what I'm saying? If you have a good mixer, you know what I'm saying? If you got somebody that's a good engineer and good at mixing, then, you know, you'll hear certain songs that are just magic, right? So if we want to listen to like maybe the pinnacle of a mixed record, you know, go back, listen to Thriller, you know what I'm saying? And I know that's old, but you got to listen to how that music cuts through, you know, in the club, and it cuts through in your car, and then compare it to some of today's music, and you listen to that stuff, and you be like, man, it's not even mixed the same way. Oh yeah, so then if you do have to worry about that stuff if you're recording it, you know. But again, it all comes down to if you have to engineer, if you have to record it yourself, you have to worry about latency. Latency has to do with like your computer and its speed, and then you have to worry about echoes because it depends on your room, you know. But they have tools for that now, you know. They have the orb thing, the egg thing. You can use that. They got so many different things that you can use to kind of, you know, help you to get a clean signal. And then once you get a clean signal, you get somebody to mix it. You know what I'm saying? You get somebody to say, okay, you could pay a guy $100, you know, he makes a few songs. It all kind of depends, you know what I mean? But I'm going to jump into this next record. It's called Deja Vu by Infinite, who's this? Infinite Foundry? Born Ready, I see you. How you doing? Shout out to Born Ready, man. She just put a new book out. Hold on, am I listening to the right record? What up?
Light it up. Puff, 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 paradise. Clouds drifting, time slipping real nice. Laid back, lounging, ocean breeze on my skin. Ash on the beach, got a drink with some gin. Pineapple skies, Mary J in rotation. Tropic meditation, higher elevation. Smoke slow, let it ride. Inhale peace, exhale the tide. Every puff I'm floating away. Island rhythm in the words I say. Palm trees and papers, roll it in the shade. Life feels better when the stress just fades. From the Cali coast to the ocean blue, every hit feels like deja vu. Pass me the lighter, sunshine brighter. Talking to the moon, vibe higher, higher. Harmony.
This is AI. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but if you listen to how the song is structured and how it kind of how the hook kind of cuts off before it hits the 8-bar mark, that's like a common hallmark of someone just kind of pushing something through Suno and making it just kind of work halfway through. Listen, if you guys are going to use the AI, man, you got to use the AI with the appropriate song structure. We have to make sure that we're using that Suno Studio, and we have to make sure that we're using it in the right capacity. Listen, Suno is going to give you some of the greatest vocal performances you might ever heard as an artist. And if you're a person that's been if you've always been a person like me who can sing in their head, right? You know what that means, right? I can sing in my head, right? It's not necessarily what comes out of my mouth is not necessarily what I hear in my head. But once you kind of get used to, you have to understand that Suno is going to give you some of the greatest vocal performances that you've ever heard. You know what I'm saying? But it still requires you to understand songwriting. It still requires you to understand proper song structure. It still requires you to understand sequencing, right? So you have to make these parts fit. So it'll give you a raw canvas. You got to go in there now. You got to chop this thing up. You have to move this thing around. You have to make these parts work, right? And sometimes those parts don't work, and then you have to do more iterations to get it to work, So these are the things when we're dealing with AI music, man. It's not perfect, It's not perfect. And I think the people who really understand how to really create AI music or who knows, those kind of points will get us, you're going to hear some of the best music of our generation coming out, man. Once guys really get into this thing and really start jumping around in it. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live, man. I got these kids' birthday this weekend, man, so, it's been a little hectic. So trying to balance that family time and work time, and it's been hectic, folks, but you know how we do. We got to keep it moving, keep it jumping. Is AI considered to be authentic? It depends, man. It just really does. I think it depends on the creator and the prompts. The creator and the prompts can make your stuff really, shout out to you, man. Shout out to my partner, Mike Trauma D. You got the same birthday as my partner, Mike Trauma D. Tomorrow will be the 28th anniversary of Big Pun's Capital Punishment. That's actually the first time record. That's our first record that we ever produced, and it landed on the birthday of my partner. It was I think it's his 21st birthday, and it actually came out on his 21st birthday. So, we was out trying to get into the album release party. I remember this being, Fat Joe yelling at people outside of the party. We're trying to get into the party, can't get into the party. The whole street is shut down. You know what I'm saying? But, it was on his birthday that the album release. And then the joke is, Mike's birthday is tomorrow. And the album came out on the 28th. And then my daughter was born on the 28th. Makes you wonder, right? With people who talk about numbers all the time, you be like, I wonder what's up with that. But that's it's very interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting. And then when I think about my kids, all right, my birthday is the 8th, my son's is the 18th, my daughter's the 28th. All 8s make you wonder. You be wondering like. What's the chances of that? Yeah. So this one's called Y2K. Listen to this.
Still walking, chasing the highway. The days been long, but this is a holiday. The less I'm worried about tomorrow.
Somebody just submitted a snippet, man. There's not really much I can really do with that. Sounds like a decent groove you were getting into. Appreciate you for setting that in, though. Thank you for that. About to jump into this next joint called New Sensation by Spoon. What's that? Spumani? You know, I be trying to read the screen, man. Spumanti. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. Make sure you're sharing the live, man. Liking the live. Tap the screen. Let's go. Spumanti. New Sensation. Let's hear it.
We got the sound to break it down, get them on the ground, shake it, breaking bounds, you hear it now, simmer down like bacon. Give up the crown, we coming down, just gotta be patient. We rock it proud, put money locked in the noose. We got the sound to break it down, get them on the ground, shake it, breaking bounds, you hear it now, simmer down like bacon. Give up the crown, we coming down, just gotta be patient. We rock it proud, put money locked in the noose. Sensation amazing, say good things with an Asian frame, a Caucasian face, feeling kinda racist, taking this, making a shameless paycheck. The way we spit it, got your guns and name check. We stay blessed, listen. Venom, smelling the stinky cinnamon, looking a little villainous, bringing it with acrylic and feeling a little glitterous, feeling like we're rebellious, standing up on the ceiling. We kill it just like we're killing. When I had it, when it is possibly a paradox philosophy. When I better, when I launch, but they start with caution robbery. Are we the bosses? Real probably. Spit it like a rocket salad. Who's on the beat is who wants the sound to break them down, get them on the ground.
Shout out to Spumante, man. This is called New Sensation. Shout out to him. The main thing that's standing out to me, man, is that your lyrics are kind of like just buried into the music. Your vocal performance seems like it's buried down into the music. And look, if you're gonna do that style of hip hop, that style of rapping, you gotta be audible. Like, we gotta get it to the point where we can definitely hear you. And we have to make sure that our record is being mixed in a way that your vocal performance can stand out. You know what I'm saying? Or marry properly with the music. Whenever you're going to try to rap that fast, you're right, it's important for us to get really, really good mixes when it comes to that. If the mixes aren't any good, then it kind of throws your whole thing off, because your whole thing is based off of speed. But when we can't hear what you're saying, then, you know, the music gets lost. You know what I'm saying? So outside of that, you know, I think that needs to be kind of looked into. The hook was okay, I guess, in the beginning, but, you know, didn't necessarily have what I would call the replay value, which I like to hear. You know, hooks go 4 times and then repeat. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. This joint is called, what's this called? Love at First Sight? Who is this by? Agent A. Grim. We're going to take a listen to this, see what this sounds like. Yvonne, what up? Oh, Yanni, I'm sorry. Thanks you for submitting, man. You definitely, we hear you starting out. We hear how this music is sounding. You know, we got to make sure that we're getting this music to sound a little bit, you know, a little bit more tightened up. You know, make sure y'all join that Future Producer Society, man, at school.com, man. You know, you got some instruments that you chose. They're a little bit loud over the drums, but that takes time to understand, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is part of the process of when you first starting out. You can hear it. You know, you can hear, like, you know, like, you can hear the energy and the happiness of the melody that he's playing on it. Like, yo, I got this melody and I got this drum. And I think what happens is that I think we all succumb to that level of first level of excitement when you start making your first set of beats. Not really realizing that you don't necessarily know what you're doing, and not necessarily knowing whether or not it even sounds good at all, you know? And I think that's really the process of, you know, submitting your records for review. That's part of joining a group, you know what I'm saying? So that you can have something to bounce your ideas off of, so people can hear what you're working with, so that you can kind of get an idea of how you're developing. It's like it's very difficult to do that when you're not inside of a group. It's very difficult to do that when you're on your own. Some guys have that. Some guys get that blessed ear, but for some of us who have to work for that ear, and I was one of those guys that had to work for that ear. You know what I'm saying? Like it just didn't come together like easy like that. Especially the live stuff. The sample stuff was a little bit easier, but the live stuff takes a different animal, man. You know what I'm saying? It really takes a lot of training, a lot of time. So, I encourage you to keep it moving, keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Like just keep practicing. In this particular case, we got to try to work on this mix a little bit, trying to make sure that the instruments are not like out of whack in terms of something being louder than it needs to be, and just kind of work toward that. What we got going on here? What's this here? It's called "Call Me" by who? Who's this by? By Ilja B. Not sure, but we'll listen to it. Let's see how it sounds. Boy, Swagger, what up? Rock Party, what up?
That bed walk down, that shit so critical. Whenever you view my love, I said I needed you. Lost my more than bands and drugs. That what that time do. Only way to view my doves. I need a pint or two, invited to a time or two. Girl, I'm done reminding you. Walk down on that nigga, spray that shit. I spin like vinyl too. Don't care about who he is, don't care about titles, boo. Girl, you know I'm crashing out what I'm entitled to. Moving like power, they calling me ghost. Girl on the tank, I'm giving no hold. Don't ask what it is, you already know. In love with a brain, a bad with a thought. They call me insane, they're calling me goat. You get what I'm saying, I'm already gone. On to the next, I'm already lost, I'm already low. Taking my L, let me get it up. Shell catch a wind, picking shit up. Hit the block, I ain't picking shit up. Paint the picture, is it vivid enough? You giving the what? Blicking the tug and sticking for none. And giving my love like it's it enough. But call me if you need me in your bed. Call me if you need me in your bed for a change of pace. Call me if you need me in your bed. It won't change you, it won't change you. You my little angel. Call me if you need me in your bed. I do to a girl I will. Bands on bands up with me locked into the sheet rock blend to the yeah. Game time till the EIN. Who's that? To the me, my friend.
Yo, man. I feel like we dropped the ball on this. Like, I need y'all to listen to it in the beginning. Listen to that. Right? Listen to how that's building. 3, 2, 1, bring the hook in. Nope. Like, this is where the hook is supposed to be, people. We're going into 30 seconds, man. We ain't got nothing happening yet.
Hit you with that bed walk down, that shit so critical. Whenever you view my love, I said I needed you. Lost my more than bands and drugs. That what that time do. Only way to view my doves. I need a pint or two, invited to a time or two. Girl, I'm done reminding you. Walk down on that nigga, spray that shit. I spin like vinyl too. Don't care about who he is, don't care about titles, boo. Girl, you know I'm crashing out what I'm entitled to. Moving like power, they calling me ghost. Girl on the tank, I'm giving no hold. Don't ask what it is, you already know. In love with a brain, a bad with a thought. They call me insane, they're calling me goat. You get what I'm saying, I'm already gone. On to the next, I'm already lost, I'm already low.
Come on, dog. Like, y'all, come on, dog. This is not even, listen, this is not even my wheelhouse. This, I'm considered too old for this style, right? Like in some cases, right? Some people would say I was too old to do that. But at this point, like he could have, y'all, I can't even talk. Like I can't even talk. Hold on a second. Let me get my thoughts together. I get so frustrated when I hear this type of shit. I get frustrated. Like that beat could have dropped on this thing, and this thing could have. this thing could have just been gone. You know what I'm saying? Like this joint could have had that beat could have dropped on this joint, and this joint could have been out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because he got a decent voice and he got a decent melody going, and that hook is not even half bad, right? Like, we could literally work with this situation, and this is where I really get frustrated. And this is where I'm glad he kind of did submit it, but I wish he submitted it before he released it.
Taking my L
So we could fix this shit.
make it a dub. Shell catch we ain't picking shit up. Hit the block, I ain't picking shit up. Paint the picture, is it vivid enough? You giving the what? Blick in the tug and stick
And these drums was weak, man.
for love and give him my love. Like, is it enough? But call me if you need me in your bed. Call me if you need me in your bed for a change of bed. Call me if you need me in your bed. It won't change you. It won't change you. You my little angel. Call me if you need me in your bed.
Right here,
Call me if you need me in your bed. It won't change you. It won't change you. You my little angel. Call me if you need me in your bed.
I'll repeat it. That's all I got for that, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you know what I'm saying. But listen, who this guy? Make sure y'all follow this guy right here, man, because I want to hear more music. Because I feel like the overarching. I feel like today. I feel like this record has a lot more potential. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this artist has a lot of potential. Because if I'm listening to how he's putting his songs together, how he's stacking his vocals, and how he's putting those things to how he's making those things work, I feel like we're working with something on that, man. But this joint is called "Call Me," man. Y'all go check that out, man. You know what I mean? Check him out. Listen to it for yourself, and you tell me if I'm tripping. My man Deuce, what up? This is Afterpay. Coach Gatz, Fuego Bass. You got Fuego Bass on the joint? Let's hear it. Come on.
As we go through life, one of the big questions about things
Gatz,
we
what up?
purchase is what the value of it is. Is it really worth it?
Hella freeze where y'all can fuck with us. And y'all dreams the only place you niggas touching us. Must be smoking butter with a touch of dust. I'm a household name, you just such and such. A grown ass man that probably need a path. It get no better than me unless Jesus back. How many keys these rappers really purchased? You niggas more than likely ran off on the plug. Was it really worth it? Could've got rich if you just read up. Not a cartel on your ass, go pack your seeds up. My motto is hoes down and G's up. I'm missing Uncle Figure till he freed up. I was known for getting in trouble. My suggestion is stop bitching and hustle. My accountant just said that my business is done.
I feel like Vince McMahon, the way I introduce y'all to Raw. First nigga model is trap after a retail store. I got managers, associates, they working the floor. For 4 easy payments, you can get a brick of that boy. Yeah, we had Afterpay, before Afterpay. Nigga run off on me, his mom gon' have to pay. Took a long time just to get hit. Top floor, the Signia, you can see State Farm and the Benz from here. I still never forget them nights in hell. Them damn digi-scales and throwing hope in water like a wishing well. My former plug shit, I wish him well. He hate the fact I went ghost, cause I had supreme clientele. My nigga used to take the K and go and rob the hood. Now he got 40K inside his Robin Hood. I swear to God, I hope y'all taking notes or you'll be forever broke. Signed and sealed, Master Silly Coach. Then you rewind this manifest behind that.
Coach. That's Coach Gatz. That beat is tough. Yeah, I like where y'all are at on this, man. I like how y'all are sounding on this, man. This is sounding real good, brother.
Big questions about things we purchase? Is it
right?
what the value of it is? Is it really worth it?
Hella freeze where y'all can fuck with us. And y'all dreams the only place you niggas touching us. Must be smoking butter with a touch of dust. I'm a household name, you just such and such. A grown ass man that probably need a pat. It get no better than me unless Jesus back. How many keys these rappers really purchased? You niggas more than likely ran off on the plug. Was it really worth it? Could've got rich if you just read up. Not a cartel on your ass, go pack your seeds up. My motto is hoes down and G's up. I'm missing Uncle Figure till he freed up. I was known for getting in trouble. My suggestion is stop bitching and hustle. My accountant just said that my business is done.
I feel like Vince McMahon, the way I introduce y'all to Raw. First nigga model is trap after a retail store. I got managers, associates, they working the floor. For 4 easy payments, you can get a brick of that boy. Yeah, we had afterpay, before afterpay. Nigga run off on me, his mom gon' have to pay. Took a long time just to get hit. Top floor, the Signia, you can see State Farm and the Benz from here. I still never forget them nights in hell. Them damn digi scales and throwing hope in water like a wishing well. My former plug shit.
Yo, so if I had to, so listen, man. Okay, you picked the dope beat. Let's start there. You picked the dope beat. You put some dope rhymes on this. I like where this mix is at. I like where your guys' vocals are. I like where your guys' music is at. It's clean and it's right where it needs to be in the pocket. Flows right now is impeccable. It's doing exactly what the game need to do right now, right? In terms of the flows, you know what I'm saying? You're talking that talk. That's where it is. If there's any opportunity on this joint, it's just we got to get this hook right. You know what I'm saying? We got to find a way to get this hook, because I know you got this afterpay portion of it that's in the hook. It's an 8-bar hook and it has that afterpay portion in it. We have to find a way to get this afterpay thing to be redundant for 4 bars and then repeat again, right? And this is how we're supposed to really construct the 8-bar rap hook. What we want to try to stay away from, man, and I'm just speaking from long-term experience. Remember, we talking about Mike D being A&R on Hell on Earth, for God's sake. You know what I'm saying? Like MOP Warriors type shit. Like, you know what? You got to really think about what we're talking about is creating your hook, right? And think about it in a 4-bar section and then repeating it. And if we're doing that, right, then that kind of creates that redundancy that helps folks to kind of gravitate to your record, because we have to get folks beyond the bars. And you're gonna say, well, what do you mean by that, Jug? Get folks beyond the bars. It's like giving a person medicine that tastes good. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we give them the medicine and the shit just tastes horrible, we're not going to get them to get that medicine. And the only way that we can get them to really digest this medicine is for us to put it on something that they can digest. And what's that? That's the hook. And the way that we got to get to those hooks, 4 bars, repeat twice. We do that, and we can start it off with the hook. If we're not starting with the hook, we got to at least get it in the middle. We got to get it at the end. Can't do the one hook and don't have it going at least twice. At minimum, we have to have the hook twice. At maximum, I'm going it 3 times, right? And this is, remember what we're playing with. We're playing a streaming game. We're playing the game of streams. The only way for us to get streams is for us to get replay value. The only way for us to get royalties in perpetuity is to have replay value, right? And the only way that we can really get to true replay value is songs with big hooks. Songs with good hooks. That's the way we get to true replay value. You know what I'm saying? These are the ones that are going to stick with us. And then everything else that comes with that, if we happen to have really significant bars in between, that's a plus. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a plus. And we have to make sure that we're still trying to get, even if we're the most lyrical people, man, I still feel like, you know, songwriting is what's going to keep you relevant long. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you think about a lot of the lyricists that we came up with, it's like the careers, you know, at some point, sometimes will kind of level off. And you say, well, what happened to these guys? These guys can still rap. That's not the issue. It's not about the raps. It's not about those bars. It's about that songwriting. It's about structuring this songwriting in the right way. So it's about really getting, you know, to our artists to really pay attention to, like, yo, man, like, don't get me wrong, you can still put these hooks in here that are slick, but we gotta just make sure that they're following that structure and that they have repeat play value. You know what I mean? This is Afterpay, man. Coach Beatz and Fuego Bass. Coach Beatz, let's make sure you could connect with us in the DM.
I wish him well, he hate the fact I went ghost, cause I had supreme clientele. My nigga used to take the cake.
That man said he went ghost cause he had supreme clientele. Y'all not listening.
And go and rob the hood. Now he got 40K inside his Robin Hood. I swear to God, I hope y'all taking notes or you'll be forever broke. Signed and sealed, Master Silly Coach. Then you rewind this, manifest behind this.
Shout out to Coach Beatz, man, and Fuego Bass, man. That's my type of shit, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. It brings out the Bronx in me, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Yeah, it brings out the Bronx in me, man. I'm saying I've since evolved, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still a Bronx guy, man. I'm still a Bronx, man. Gun Hill Road, man. Off that 5 train, man. Watch your head, man. It's crazy out there. Shout out to everybody that's in the live, man. You know what I'm saying? Every now and again, man, I'll be reverting, man. My wife said I've come a long way, man. Yo, bro, man. Listen, listen to me, Coach. You got that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got that shit. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna determine how far you go is how fast you can record it and how fast you can drop that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And all we gotta do is you know, connect as producers and, you know what I'm saying, and get that shit over the hump. You know what I'm saying? But it you know, once you kind of understand how to get your sound, because your sound is right there, right? We get them visuals to match the sound, and now we just got to show a consistent cadence. Yeah, we just gotta get that consistent cadence going. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just keep dropping. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't even blink, bro. Like, think about that shit. Like, think about it. I'm gonna check that shit out. Like really, like, in a nutshell, like, yo, this shit is like, we don't know which song is gonna catch. You feel me? Like, you don't know what song is gonna catch, and that's the thing, man. It's like the same way we don't know. Sometimes you don't know what beat gonna catch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put a pack together for a cat, and as producers, what we, you know, and this is the thing. Like, I know better now than when I started. When I started, we was trying to figure out, like, what we should send artists, so forth and so on. Now, what me and Mike be doing is, me and Mike gonna listen to guys. We're gonna listen to your shit. And then when we listen to your shit, what we're trying to do is, like, we try to do what we call a futuristic aiming target. You know what I'm saying? We got, like, that's what we call it like a futuristic aiming target, right? Which is, it's like a quarterback trying to make sure that we anticipate where you're gonna be at. down the field. You know what I'm saying? So we look at when we trying to give joints to artists, we trying to anticipate where that artist is going to be for this record to catch and for him to be able to blow through the end zone and keep going, right? Hence, this is why you can go back and you can go say, okay, let me go listen to a Max B while you do that. That shit damn near 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can talk. That's why you got DJ Khaled talking about go listen to Big Pun Leatherface. That shit 20 years old. Because you got to catch a record and you got to make sure a record could last and make it go through the end zone, man, to give it legs. You know what I'm saying? So as producers, what me and Mike be trying to accomplish when we be trying to give these guys records is we be trying to get these guys the records that we feel is going to carry them, not just through a certain season, but carry them for a longer time, because it's all about your catalog. It's about you building your catalog and building a bunch of records that you can live off in perpetuity. This is your retirement plan. This is your retirement plan. I can only say that because I've been in the bitch for 30 years. This is your retirement plan. So if you don't have the catalog, what you gonna do? You ain't got no catalog. So for the independent guys that's coming out now, you got to take the approach like I got to record like crazy, right? Because when that record that you finally catch, you got that whole catalog for people to go back and consume. And when people got that record to consume, then you start seeing the real true power of what I call compounding content, right? It's compounding content, compounding royalties. All of that shit start to compound, man. Because now we talking about people going back, catching new shit, catching old shit. You know what I'm saying? And what be killing me, and let me tell you what killed me sometime. Imagine me and Mike D now. Shout out to Mike Trauma D. His birthday is tomorrow. I'm going to start talking that talk. Imagine I reach out to a cat and I say, yo, I like what you're doing. Right? I think, yo, I like what y'all doing. I'm going to send y'all something. I send cats something, and then cats hit me back and be like, yo, Jug, I didn't really hear nothing. I be like, yo, you tripping. And he said, well, what you mean by that? And I say, you tripping. It's like, imagine me being in the room with Pun, Nas, Prodigy, Jadakiss, right? Records with the Game, Shorty Low, Waka Flocka, Killer Mike, right? Saha the Prince. And I send it to you, and you telling me you don't hear nothing. You're supposed to record everything we send you. I mean, your songwriting ain't where it need to be. You understand? Because imagine I got a record like Me Too. I got a record like Me Too featuring French and Max B. If you go to our YouTube, not our YouTube, if you go to our YouTube and you click on the record that says, there's a video on our record that's there that says Living Legends. Look at the date of that beat. Look at the date of that beat. Look how many people walk past that shit because they don't have the vision. And then when Max come home after 18 years, yeah, I need that back. Me Too. Coke Wave 3.5 out now. That's what happens when a guy can write songs. When a guy know how to write songs, he can listen to your shit a different type of way. Well, what happens is we got too many guys that's kind of, that rely too much like, the beat got to carry you all the way. We understand that the beat got to carry you. That's why that's what our job to do is to give you the beat that carry you. But when we picking the shit for you, and we saying, yo, this is going to work. You got to trust us when we say it's going to work. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's happening is that there's not the trust for the producer is not there no more. And that's why the music is shit. It's because everybody kind of chasing after something. But the producers are the ones that are able to identify the trends and the patterns. Like you're not going to be able to tell Dre or Timbo or whoever what they you ain't going to be able to tell these guys that these guys are magic makers. You dig? And we don't do it one time, two times. If we do it dozens of times by having dozens of placements, you got to figure it out, So we just kind of putting that out there. I'm listening to this next joint. I got this joint here called Ritual. I'm gonna listen to this real quick. Who's this by? It's by Lokes Music. Let's take a listen to this. Sure what this is. I don't know if it's a beat. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure what that is, but it's out. So, thank you for submitting it, man. But I'm not really sure what we're trying to do with that. Deuce, what you sending me? Deuce, man, you sending me new joints? Ayana Stone, man. Deuce Nines, man. Joint is called Try. Hold on. Is y'all music loud on it? Is the music loud enough on y'all side?
You make the heat spill over now. Every breath feels heavy now. I try to stand, but I'm melting down. You don't touch me still, I'm so now. The way you look pours over now. Everywhere makes it harder now.
Nah, this is too low, bro. Deuce, what happened with this, bro? Deuce, what happened with this? Yeah, give me a better version. I'll wait for that. Shout out to my man Deuce Nines, man. Just send it. Put it through regular, and then I'll so I can listen to it. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live, man. Yeah, Coach Gatz, man, I need you, man. So I need that. I like what you're doing, man. I need more of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of guys, man. Yeah, I listen to a lot of stuff, man. I've been listening to a lot of stuff. Like according to this, I've listened to over 500 songs. You know what I'm saying? So I've listened to a lot of music here, man. And for me personally, I prefer that. I like to hear stuff, and then it's so funny sometimes I hear something and I'll be like, yo, Mike, check this out. And then Mike will send me back something like, yo, check this out. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll be listening to this shit and we'll be like, And then we start looking for the markers. And, for my producers out here, we're looking for the markers. Like, what's the markers? The markers is curated socials. What's the markers? Consistent dropping. What's the markers? Association. Right? You say, what do we mean by association? Who's in this artist's vicinity? Who's in this artist's sphere? You know what I'm saying? Like, who is this artist gravitating around? You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the things that really determine. People say, that you're going to be the like sum of the five or six people that you hang around. It's kind of the same thing with music, man. If a guy is associated with certain cats in a certain team, in a certain camp, moving at a certain time, then the likelihood of them being able to cut through is exponentially higher, right? And this is just stuff that we've watched over the years. And this is things that we've been able to kind of see. Because, every rapper has a set of crews. And when you're dealing with crews, the ones that cut through are the ones that really work the hardest and have the most talent. You know what I'm saying? Or even, I say work the hardest, because sometimes the talent not even there. Sometimes it's the matter these guys just work hard. You know what I mean? So, once these guys are working hard, and they're in the vicinity of that, and they understand, like, yo, The track is called Waterfall. Did you put it in already? Pause. All right, hold on 1 second. Shout out to everybody that's in the live. We had some technical difficulties here. Deuce, where'd you send it? Cause I don't see it in the queue. Nah, you good, bro. Where'd you send it? Where'd you send it to? Regular submission? How come I don't see it? What's the name of it again? He said it's called Waterfall. I don't see it, bro. My count is still saying 9:10. If you added it, it should be at the. If you just added it, it should be the last record. It's not there. That's strange. Hold on, my joint said my joint just said the server. I see it now. Hold on, my joint said the server just timed out. What? My joint said the server timed out. Wow, how is the server timing out? It must be busy tonight. All right, I got it now, brother. Let's play it right here. Play from here.
You make the heat spill over now. Every breath feels heavy now. I try to stand, but I'm melting down. You don't touch me still, I'm so now. The way you look pours over now. Everywhere makes it harder now. I feel the tide pulling me down. I've been holding back, but I'm drenched now. I say I'm good, I'm staying calm, but you're leaning in, alarm's gone. Every second, pressure mounts. I know what happens if I don't shut this down. I'm trying to hold it back, but you know how. One touch and I'm losing all my control now. I feel it build every time you come around. If you pull me closer, I'm gonna fall down. I'm on the edge, don't push me at all, but you know exactly how to break the wall. If you don't stop, I'm gonna let it fall. You open the dam, here comes the waterfall. Don't let go.
Dope.
Closing on, move, but I feel it now. Every second makes it harder now. I try to breathe, but I'm caught up now. Everything in me spilling out. The way you wait drives me wild now. I feel the rush, can't stop it now. I'm past the point of holding now. You don't say a word, I'm soaking now. You read me so you take your time. You know exactly where the line. I say, don't you stay right there, like you're waiting till I give in. Trying to hold it back, but you know how. One touch and I'm losing all my control now. I feel it build every time you come around. If you pull me closer, I'm gonna fall down. I'm on the edge, no, don't push me at all, but you know exactly how to break the wall. If you don't stop, I'm gonna let it fall. You open the dam, here comes the waterfall. I try to keep the doors closed tight, but you've been knocking all night. If you move like that again,
Yeah, you can send a Spotify link, bro. Listen, Coach, Deuce Nas, man. Again, man, this is one of these records, man, that I think that you're arranging the way that it needs to be arranged. I'm just wondering if it's too long. I feel like after the bridge, because you remember what you got going on, like, because you're putting in like sections after the hook that kind of help to extend the hook a little bit by a few bars, and then that's creating the song length being a little bit longer. And then you added in what we would call a traditional bridge. Most folks who are not really aware of that, he added in the traditional bridge. This is something that we used to do prevalently through the 90s, 2000s. Every song had to have a bridge. You know what I'm saying? Like a pop song, big song, they got to have a bridge in it, right? I feel like we could have went from the bridge instead of that breakdown hook, and then to go back into the big hook, just to go back to the big hook and get out of the record. And I think that might put us right at the length where I think we might need to be. I think that we're slightly slightly over too long. And I think a lot of that is probably just because it just sounds good. You know what I'm saying? When I say it sounds good, meaning like the vocal performance sounds good. So we kind of, as producers, we kind of just want that vocal performance to keep going. But I think we have to be smart and say, okay, you know what? Less is more. I think in this kind of scenario, we got a strong hook. We got strong melodies after the hook. We got strong verses. You know what I'm saying? The bridge is pretty tight. After that bridge goes crazy, like land it with the big hook at the end and get out of there. You know what I'm saying? That's really my 2 cents on it. Everything else for me, I think the sweet spot will probably be if I'm not tripping.
And I won't stop what's happening. Say the word or don't say none. Either way, I'm coming undone. I've been holding since the start. Now you're standing in my heart. I'm trying to hold it back.
Bring the hook right here.
Know how every move.
And I'm wondering if we had to do it that way. Is the music being able to loop properly here? Because I know soon they'll be a little trippy with that.
Oh, you open the dam. Here comes the waterfall. I try to keep the doors closed tight, but you've been knocking all night.
After we
If
do
you
the
move
bridge,
like that again, I won't stop what's happening.
let's go back into the hook.
Don't say none. Either way, I'm coming undone. I've been holding since the start. Now you're standing in my heart. I'm trying to hold it back. You know how every move got me breaking down now. Feel it rise when you say my name. If you
I think this is right here, dog. This is producer shit, right? Like, and no, this is producer shit. This is producer shit. This is us, just we do it too much. Like we want it. We doing what we like because we do it because we can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like we doing what we can do right there. Like we don't need all of that shit. Like this is the stuff that this is the type of stuff that we do when we got something to prove to a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like we trying to prove to a motherfucker like, yo, I really can arrange these songs. I really can write these hooks. I really can write these bridges. Listen to this shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's when we get kind of caught up in that ego shit and trying to say, okay, we're gonna make this beat so elaborate, so crazy, so many switch ups, like that right now in this ADHD economy. Keep that shit simple. Shout out to Mike Trauma D, man. My man birthday is tomorrow, man. Mike Trauma D in the building. Listen, man. Yeah, man. Like just like let's chop that shit right there. Let's bring the big hook back in. Pause. And then we get out this motherfucker, because we could really shave off about 45 seconds off this song. Now that's the pocket, right? If we're like at 305, like that's the pocket, man. Like you can, and to me, you already got the way the chick is sounding. It's like she got the right vocal cadence, it's the right everything. That's a big pop record. All we gotta do is promote it, man. what I'm saying? I know it's an AI artist, man, but listen, man, good song is a good song. And it's a good song. You know what I'm saying? That Waterfall shit it's good shit, man. Shout out to my man Deuce Nines, man. He in this thing going crazy right now. Yo, Mike, I want you to hear this here, man. This is Coach Beatz, man. Coach Beatz, man, he just had a record he sent me with Fuego Bass. So, you know what I'm saying? Coach Beatz, man, you got Mike Tramadine in the building. And we're going to play this bloody violin joint, man.
Yeah.
Deuce, man, I appreciate you, yo.
Yeah. Count on, nigga. Yeah, you niggas claim you love the block, I'm a hopeless romantic. While you on the corner, I'm proposing in the Hamptons. I'm an artist, but it's hard for me to move like you. I'm from Kingwood, we don't do photo shoots. Man, that's not how we was taught to move. We was taught to do everything opposite of you. My crew single-handedly is the reason they created substations, and that's not up for debating. We had pounds in the crib, that was our homework. Get it? We was at home with the work. Listen, your face might end up on the shirt if your name appear in paperwork. It's like we take for granted every day that we on this earth, you feel me? I started gripping up real heavy when my homeboy got shot. He got shot 9 times. And from that day forward, I said, man, look, I love you, bro. I ain't gonna be a sitting duck, man. I'm gonna be strapped up. And I made sure he felt safe everywhere we went, you feel me? Yeah, I heard my nigga caught a body, man, that's grave news. But I'm from Raleigh, so you won't see it on Shade Room. I'm bougie now, the Glock I'm holding Tiffany blue. And I don't care what you think, it's dope boy proof. And I don't need a spiritual advisor. I just need the Glock 9, a vest, and a fucking Bible. My lawyer tell me that these verses can't be played in court, but I'ma plead the 5th, let the DA do the work. Do your job, man. I wanna send this message out to any nigga that's doing the bid right now. He ain't nigga on trial, ain't nigga that's sitting in Hammond Road, waiting on their number to be called, man. Remember, you got the best lawyer, you got the worst lawyer, but it's really only one person that's gonna determine where your case go. Look up to the sky, man. And that's the Lord, man. Pray to him, man. For real. Sit back, look at your situation. Get on your knees and goddamn pray, bro. Because he gonna be the only one that really get you out this shit, dog. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta make deals. They talk about making deals with the devil. Sometimes you gotta make deals with the Lord, you feel me? Tell him like, hey look, hey, I'm done. I'm done with this shit, man. It's over. It's a wrap. Whatever you give me, I'ma take it. You feel me? But just see me through. That's it.
Bloody violin, man. Coach Beatz, man. You know, I'm gonna tell you again, man. You know, you got your beat selection is sounding pretty good here, bro. And I'm gonna tell you again, like I really like how your voice is sounding on these records. I like how this record is mixed. I like how you cutting through on this joint, and you always talking that talk. You know, that's like the food for our bellies for us over here, you know, me and Mike D. You know, you got to talk that talk. You know what I'm saying? Again, man, we got to find a way to get you in these hooks, brother. We got to find a way. We got to find a way to get you on these hooks, man. We got to find a way. And remember, we do, man. Just start it small, man. 4 bars, repeat twice. You know what I'm saying? 4 bars, repeat twice. A few doubles, few stacks. You know what I'm saying? So it can stand out a little bit. But we got to get the hooks on these joints. You know what I'm saying? We get hooks on these joints. Songs get way more replay value, dog. Like that's the main thing, man. We just got to get you on those things, man. Yeah. If we get you that way, that's what we're gonna be on, man. You know, let me tell you a joke, man. I'm gonna tell you a joke. Me and Mike working with a big artist, platinum artist. You know what I'm saying? And we get a call, and Cass is like, "Yo, what's up?" He's like, "Yo, you know, we're gonna rock with y'all record." I said, well, "What's up with y'all? What do you mean you gonna rock with our record?" yeah, we're gonna rock with y'all record. And I said, well, all right, cool, but why, you know, we kind of felt like, you know, there were certain records that could have stood out a little bit better, but it was like, nah, your record is the only record that had a hook, right? So because our record had the hook, our record became a single. See how that worked? You know what I'm saying? Like from a label perspective, they're not gonna put the money behind it if they ain't a hook on it. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say you get the look, they're gonna be looking for the record with the hooks. You know what I'm saying? And remember, you know, in this day and age, we're not talking about you having to have no bitch on the joint or nothing like that, no super commercial type shit. We just gotta have something that works. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be a shook one type hook, you know what I'm saying? Like that's grimy. Like, you know, you gotta just think about it as in a rap cadence. Like, you know, how do I make these hooks that's gonna resonate with my audience? You know what I'm saying? You know what your audience is. You know what the folks, you know who's listening to you, what they want. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta find a way to put it in a hook form, 4 bars, repeat 2 times, and we should be good to go. You know what I'm saying? That's all we gotta get on that. We get on that, man. Yeah, we might be working with something real good right there. Yeah, we need something to remember, man. That's really the main thing here, and that's the thing, man. And we're looking at, like I said, replay value, man. Replay value brings longevity. Let me put it that way. That's probably the best way to put it for the folks who might just be joining in, just listening. If the hooks are going to create replay value, the replay creates longevity for you, because that's what they're going to remember. Those them damn hooks, man. When we get old and our brains start to get the verses, we still remember them goddamn hooks, man. That's what's going to be on right now. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that jumped into the live tonight. About to get up out of here. About to jump into the beat cook up, maybe in another 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna jump back on the live. But we're gonna be cooking up some production tonight. And we're gonna do it from there. But I'd like to thank everybody who submit their records tonight, man. Deuce, Coach Gas, man. Appreciate y'all, man. My partner, White Trumpet Team, man. His birthday is tomorrow, dog. Birthday is in like 2 hours. What time is it? Yeah, 2 hours, man. Countdown. Love you, brother. We out of here. I'll catch y'all tomorrow, 8 o'clock for the reviews. We'll be back in the building. Yo, our coach Gas, tap in, man. Feel me?